So these two guys in the vehicle over there. Oh. I saw them come down my street the other week. I say I see them, I heard them first because you can gather the massive speaker they've got on the top there. But yeah, I had a chat with the driver there and he says he's actually been all around the world with that bloody thing. He's in Chicago, Illinois. Got a bit of chat and dive going on there, love it. Oh dear. Lovely sound from it as well. Right. Let's get a full amount of that engine before he carts off. Lovely sound in it. Lovely old sound that. Oh, I do love characters like that, and that really ties into what I want to ask today. But before I ask that, I'm going to go somewhere where there should be a little bit less wind. Baggy trousers, baggy trousers, da na na na, baggy trousers, baggy trousers. Oh, I'm in a bit of a madness mood now. Oh, so tying into what we saw earlier on. Now, what is the reason that you enjoy riding? And I don't mean just riding the motorcycle, or maybe I do. Be a bit more clear with that, Red. Come on. Right. So what I mean by that is there something you do on the motorcycle? Is there something the motorcycle does for you? Just check my camera, make sure there's no bugs in it. I tilt you up a little bit, there we go. Is it the scenery around you? Is it the people? Is it the environment? Anything. What makes you, or what gets you in there on air? Well, not on my jelly bean. No, 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 no. You do not jump on my jelly bean. No, no. You asked first. If you ask, then maybe I'll say yes. I probably will say yes. But the general idea of why you want to jump on a motorcycle, what inspires you to do so, what makes you feel that urge to say, right, I'm going to jump on two wheels, let's do it. Because for whatever reason, be it small towns to go through, be it the countryside, be it the fresh air, the time outside, a hobby, you know, hobbies can be quite expensive. This is quite an expensive hobby. It all comes full circle. Different people have different reasons for riding. And at risk of repeating myself several times as I previously have, words, I do them. Always exercise extreme caution, always take the best of care. That's a nice little house. And just be safe, really. That's what makes you jump on the motorcycle. For me, I don't want to come right out and say it's that great sense of freedom, la-di-da-di-da, because freedom is come on. We're off to a good start here. Woo, alright. Freedom is entirely down to the person experiencing it. Is that freedom? I'd say yes. But freedom is the idea of like, well, I can take my motorcycle wherever I want, so why can't I ride in the fields amongst the sheep? Well, common sense prevails there. You don't ride in a field in the middle of sheep because you upset the sheep. Huh. Well, it would be nice to get on like a dirt bike and just go ring all the way around the fields, but then you annoy the farmers. You annoy the animals or the farmers. Most likely the farmers are going to take offence to that, and they might be the ones with the shotguns, so be careful of those ones. But no, what I'm saying is there is a great sense of freedom when you come outside on a motorcycle, be it by yourself or with your friends, and it's just, I enjoy the time by myself with a lot of things, be it the hobbies which I do, the painting and all that kind of stuff, miniature models, be it playing video games every now and then. I like to play those with friends, but turn down for the doggy, there we are. It's just, I come out on a motorcycle because it's something completely different for me to experience. As a young individual, I've always been very nervous. I'm not young now, bloody hell. At least I don't feel it. As a young individual, I was always nervous. I was always cautious, overly cautious, about the steps I took and what I wanted to do. Now, school trips I took to France and Germany and all that kind of stuff, it was brilliant, it was great. It's just, if I was to plan one of those trips by myself, I could get lost. I could lose my way on the train system. Now I have Google Maps and everything. If I get lost, I just go, boop, that's where I want to go. It'll say, right, you're here, so you can take this bus to so on and so forth, or take that train to over there, and off you go. And Bob's your uncle. You get to where you want to go. Fantastic. I know, brilliant, right? There's some lovely corners around here, so let's get some of those. And what I love about being on a motorcycle is when I overcame that fear, is basically the word I'm looking for. I can sort of reflect on who I was in my younger years and think, you are an idiot. There's so much you missed out on because you didn't want to jump on a bike, or you didn't want to experience things. And you know what? In a lot of cases, yes, I've missed out on a lot because I was too cautious, or I wasn't sure. I never made that jump, and I kicked myself for that. But at the same time, now I'm old enough to be able to afford some of the things that I want to do, to be able to actually look at something and say, hey, you know, the trips I've taken, I've been to Holland by myself for a weekend, and that was, well, that was the first big proper step I took. Jumping on a plane, going over to Holland, whoop-de-doo, there you go, hooray. Then I went to Sweden to see a friend for 4 or 5 days. That was a whole different can of beans. Longer flight, and then suddenly I was there to meet someone. Oh no, this corner's still bad. Whoa, terrible. And the big one last year, as you've seen the videos go up recently of the trips I've had in the US, that was crazy. If I would have said to myself 5-10 years ago, you're going to go to America by yourself to Dallas airport, you know, insert stereotype here, cowboy hats and pistols, which wasn't the case, by the way, not entirely, then yeah, if I would have said to myself, you know, Dallas, Texas, 9.5-hour flight from London, stay there overnight with someone you don't know, staying at someone else's house that you don't know. Well, not that I didn't know them, it's just I didn't know them extremely well. You know, they're very friendly characters, and you know what, oh, some of the best friends I've met so far in this life. And then to rent a Harley, which is, what, more than 3 times the power of this, or 3 times the power of Jelly Bean here, twice the weight. Oh, I would have said you're mental. I mean, it sounds exciting, but I don't think I could do that. Suddenly, here I am, you're doing it, making it happen. You're making some dreams that you never thought you could accomplish. And through this sort of self-reflection, I can now kind of think, well, motorcycling is my gateway to the outside world. And that's what I love about doing these kind of videos. I know this is going to get a little bit deep, right? Compared to the usual content which I put out. I want to create content which makes people sort of think, or at least makes people wonder, oh yeah, something about that. Or, hold up. You're welcome. Anyone else? Nope, cool. What an unfortunate place to park. I want to create content that makes people think, that makes people like get that gear going in your head, which sort of thinks, yeah, what if my favourite place closed down? What if I was stuck in a situation like that? Or what if I did come off my bike tomorrow? It's all these little things, and there's countless content creators which can do a better job of it than I can. It's just, you know, putting everything together, talking about what I've just talked about, and that's self-reflection. And I've been listening to a few podcasts recently, and the guy that I listened to, he's done a lot of self-reflecting through the albums which he's released over the years. Devin Townsend, by the way, I strongly recommend him and his stuff. And through him sort of talking about what he was going through at the times, the turmoil, the emotional side to things, how his life was just being flipped upside down, some part by him, some part by, you know, the things that he was doing in his life. It sort of made me step back and think, well, what about me? If I was to talk about myself, could I get to the same conclusions or the same realizations that he has? And in some cases, like especially on this ride, yes. I can look at motorcycling as a gateway to everything which I thought uncomfortable, or which made me nervous way back when. I'm out on the road. I was always scared about a BMW or Audi taking me off the bike. I'm still kind of terrified by that fact, but I can now look at these sort of drivers and think, well, you're just an arse. That's all there is to it. And I can get on with my day. I won't completely avoid them, because I know the chances of me getting knocked off the bike, as slim as they are a fact. When you go about riding, it's just you need to be smart about how you do things. And sometimes consequence just has you knocked off your bike. It's completely out of your control. But I've always thought, well, if I didn't slam this bike 90 mile an hour up and down every single road, then there's a damn good chance I'm not going to hurt myself. Well, it's going to slim the chance significantly. So why not take that first step, slim that chance significantly, and then sort of go from there? It all works to a point, until something out of your control comes along and screws you up. Wow, that dog's ears were straight up. What's that? What's that? Oh, your motorcycle, got a bark at that. Wow. And so that's what I mean by what makes you ride a motorcycle. I can actually answer that question myself now and actually give you a decent answer, rather than just freedom. It's more than that. It's overcoming that person who I was and being able to sort of step forward and say, right, let's jump that fence, let's jump that brick wall that looks so impassable. Let's climb it, get over it, and let's explore the world outside. Because as well as the world is at the moment, you know, you've got your own take on that, I've got my own take on it, and phew, funny stuff. It's basically a comedy show at this point, isn't it? It's just being outside just gives me such a sense of well-being and calmness. And if I can help people by being outside, by making these videos, and by, you know, talking absolute crap to myself, I need you to get out the road, love. I really need you to do that for me. Thank you. And if I can entertain people, inform people, get people's minds ticking over, to accommodate you for 10-15 minutes, that's all I ask, really. I'm happy with that. It's quite a nice ride, this one. So on that, I think I can actually end it there. So thank you for watching. I'm going to try and make a habit of doing like an actual outro thing now, because I forgot to do the intro. Did I? I don't know. My memory is that terrible today. But But I'll thank you for watching anyway. You know, like and subscribe. You're a human being. That is entirely your choice. If you do, if you don't, good on you. Have a lovely day. Enjoy your weekend. I hope your day is going to be as bright and sparkly as this one. I mean, it's lovely out here, isn't it? And that's a very precarious place for someone to be standing on a bloody balcony, isn't it? And yeah, I hope your day is full of nice surprises. And we just sort of tick over and carry on, really. So, until next time, as always, ta for now.